The following is for entertainment purposes only. My fellow Americans, I come to you with a worried mind, a strong will, and eyes focused on the past, present, and future simultaneously. These days, cries of constitutional violations and political improprieties are the only common words spoken between our two political parties. Rallies have broken out across the country. Battle lines that were once sketched in pencil are now drawn in indelible ink. The trenches are being dug and fortified for our digital battlefields. The specter of the Civil War wails off in the distance, drawing closer by the day. And through everything, it seems as if our politicians are more interested in maintaining or advancing their positions than they are concerned with effecting real change for the people of this country. From coast to coast, people have experienced a loss of stability. The realities that they were so sure about have now been sundered from their moorings. People are looking for truth, and there is none to be found. Hucksters with silver tongues promise us that they are working in our best interest, that the changes we see approaching more and more rapidly will benefit us in the long run. Chaos has become the new currency. These times are nothing if not chaotic. For so long now, longer than we may even realize, 1% and the positions that they have purchased have had the ability to use that chaos to their advantage, and their advantage alone. But chaos is a ladder. Historically, it has been kept from falling to the level of the American people. That same ladder is now at our feet, and the groups that had once guarded that ladder and kept it from your reach are distracted. But it will not remain in this position forever. The powers that be will soon realize their mistake and remove that ladder, confident that you were too distracted to notice its exposure. Only with the combined weight of the American people can we hope to hold it in place. It is up to us to rally the courage to take that first step. But make no mistake about it, the weight of only one party alone, only one group of people, will not be sufficient to act as an anchor for the people who wish to climb out of the depths of their collective morass. It will only be steadied with the combined weight of its citizens. A citizenry who disagrees with each other on so many things. Can you not see that this time, this moment is singular? There has been no other like it. We are divided, perhaps like never before. The tools that were meant to unite us drove the already present wedge in our society down to the level of a near complete sundering of the American spirit. But they have left the toolbox open, exposed their weapons, and for now, it sits unguarded. How long till they clamp down on my ability to talk to so many of you at once? When will they lock us behind our bubbles of separation and keep us in the dark? So, while I am still able, I intend to fire the first shot of this modern militia at this digital Lexington and Concord. A militia who, in the spirit of the Second Amendment, has taken up arms, the modern day arms of communication and outreach and ideas and real plans. We have a chance together to hold down that ladder alongside people you have next to nothing in common with. A person who has called you some of the vilest things that you have ever heard. Someone who would rather sooner put a knife in your belly than a hot meal. But the one thing that all of us have in common is that the money and influence that has corrupted the system has done so unilaterally. Its tendrils have sunken into every facet of the system that was meant to provide us life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It has turned the words that our forefathers wrote hollow and meaningless. The fruit of the tree of liberty now tastes like ash in the mouth of its mournful citizens, and the ones who brought us here make more and more promises, more platitudes. If you just pick me, I can fix it. I can get this monster out. Or we can remove these evil Democrats. Down with the maggots. Silence the woke mind virus. And we buy it time after time, cycle after cycle. Of course we do. Why wouldn't we? We have lived that truth for so long. But I am not ready to believe that there isn't something in all of us that is still able to recognize another truth. A deeper one that serves to sever the strings of the puppeteers and cuts like a signal through the noise. I humbly request you all listen to the next statements. I'm asking you to do so without prejudice, without your own inflections, without qualifiers or yeah or buts. Just take the statement as is. MAGA Republicans believe that Democrat members of Congress are bought and paid for by monsters and money and foreign influence, generally speaking. Democrats believe that Republican members of Congress are bought and paid for by monsters and money and foreign influence, generally speaking. Sit for a second. I want you to point out the lie in these statements. Is it reasonable to consider one true but not the other? Accept one truth, just one. We all have the same enemy. Once you have digested that, our real enemy should be apparent. And all we need to do at this moment, this singular moment, is to sit with that fact. Today, no praxis is required, no what's next, no yeah buts. How we move within the light of that truth we will discuss later. Acceptance is not forced upon you. It must be done so individually at everyone's own comfort level. But we are running out of time. Understand what this is. In a world where our battleground is no longer the open field, our strategies have to adapt. If their weapons are chaos and disorder, misinformation and distrust, then our battle plan must be a laser through all that noise, the mistrust and the hatred, and pick that one thing, that singular point that cuts right to the essence of the problem. This is the first rung of that ladder, a single truth. That truth is one thing that we can focus on off in the distance. It will allow those of us too hurt to forgive, too pissed to talk, too scared to try, a place to hold our gaze. We do not have to look into the eyes of the ones we despise in order to stand next to them. With our collective boots of democracy firmly planting down the ladder of chaos, we will have a chance to raise even the lowest of America's citizens out of the morass and abuse that until this moment, this singular moment in time, we've had zero ability to accomplish in spite of what we have been told. Make no mistake about it. I, at this moment, am standing up to be counted. I am the boy who ran away until he grew up and learned how to fight back. I will run no more. So now, I rise. The son of a carpenter, grandson to 2 World War II veterans, one blown off of 4 boats during the storming of Normandy, forced to clean up the bodies of his friends and allies off of a foreign beach. The other one, a POW in a German concentration camp, liberated by Patton, who suffered an untreated broken hip for 6 months while weighing 110 pounds, starved and on death's door. The great-grandson of a World War I veteran, bravely wounded in combat. He took his own life under the care of a daughter he despised for refusing to let him die. The grief finally became overwhelming. A descendant of Sicilian women with unbreakable will, forced to leave the island en masse while the men had to stay behind. A mongrel with Melungeon blood, whose father's ancestors fled into the mountains when their feet first touched this land in the earliest of its days. A boy raised Catholic in a Catholic school, who left there to continue his education at one built for international students. A young man who spent his middle school years in a majority Jewish school and graduated finally from a high school deep within Baltimore City. A young adult forged in the fire of mistakes and forgiveness. A person who has dined with millionaires and slept in the gutters as a homeless man and spent time everywhere in between. A person who in one day spoke with an Auschwitz survivor, counted books with my spades partner, and walked up to the end of my street to speak with a 100-year-old man who told me where I come from, we call it the War for Southern Independence. A person who has met these people where they are at. A person who has heard the stories firsthand of their life experiences. And a person who can no longer be content with coasting, with getting by. I can hear my ancestors even now. Their ghosts debating my willingness to step up and step out, and questioning my ability to do so. But most of all, I can hear my father. You do not owe anything to anybody in this world. Take care of yourself and your family and let the world fight its own fights. But my time for internal debate is over. This is me standing up and being counted, offering what I can to my fellow Americans. The sum total of a lazy life gathering experiences, seeing the world for all of its parts as it is, not as how it's been shown to us. No matter what separates us, the unifying factor is that we are all subjects under the same system that has become infected to the core with the disease of the love of money and foreign influence. And the monsters who have sat in those seats of power while a generation slept, my generation, have done nothing to hold at bay the effect of greed unchecked and what it has done to the American people, to the American dream, to our way of life. This is me understanding that this singular moment will never come again. feeling the call to get the message out that an imperfect ally is still an ally, and that idea that binds us can be up to 1,000 times more powerful than a lie that separates. The truth is, we all have one enemy. This is my digital Lexington and Concord. By firing the first shot of a revolution, a real one that lifts the American people back to the seats of power where they belong. The road ahead is long, and my firing shot could fade away in the night. That part is not up to me. That part is up to you, the people who hear this message, the people who can agree to hold down the ladder with imperfect allies, people ready to take a swing like the American people have never and will never be able to make again. And all you have to do right now in this moment is to listen, share it, and let me know if I should continue to help. To continue to stand up and be counted. Make your voice heard if you believe that this act, this little agreement, could be the warning shot carried across the bow of the real enemy, because there is so much more that we can build on, agreeing what the problem is. This is not something I do lightly, stepping forward in this way as an idea. It has been a hard decision. And the years before that I spent working on this plan could probably have been better spent elsewhere. But I, for once, believe in something. I believe in this idea and the plan that will follow. And for now, one little agreement is all we need. One focal point for real systemic change that bypasses the existing parties that have underrepresented us and led us to where we are now. I am not seeking subscribers. I'm not running for office. I don't even want my name attached. This isn't about who I am in identity, but who I am in purpose. And this purpose has awakened my American spirit, one that has been dormant all of my life, planted there by the stories that I have heard, the people I have met, and the struggles I have witnessed, planted there without me even being aware. Now it tells me to stand up, to be counted, and to offer what's left of my life in service to this country and the people who exist within its borders, just as my forefathers have before me. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. The plan will be revealed exactly when it needs to be. Not sooner, not later. This is not politics. This is a war for the soul of this country. There is so much we need to work on together as a nation, as a people. But we cannot make the changes we need while the halls of our government are influenced by the ones who would benefit from our disharmony. We must force them to leave the room while grown folks are talking, because right now there are no adults in the room. And I have figured out a way that for once in our lives, in this singular moment, we can actually be the change that we want to see. But first, I need to close that gulf of trust that exists between strangers on the internet. And simply working to identify our real enemy, one that does not care about the false division of party lines, could be the first step in that direction. I have fired my shot. And tonight, for the first time in months, I can go to bed knowing that I have done that one thing that I can do, and that hopefully America has entered the chat. It is out of my hands for now. The rest is up to my fellow Americans. What will you do with the time you have left? I volunteer as tribute. They wanted a revolution, they got one. We don't storm the Capitol. We are the Capitol.